score! Oh, man! It's time to begin. Welcome to Transcorp Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Winter 15 SFL season, our fourth on the SFL network on Twitch, kicks off next here on Renegade Radio 105.3. Lock it in and shoot the knob off, Oklahoma City. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and the Bulldogs and the Renegades, the two teams that have lost the three combined SFL championship games in league history, will now start a new season, hoping to make it back to the big game and win it all. San Francisco and OKC next on Twitch. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
Good game. You guys ready? Make the selection. What is the call? We want heads. It is tail. We want the ball. The Renegades have won the toss and set up to receive.
The Renegades want the football. We want the football. The Simulation Football League is on the SFL Network on Twitch. We are live and we are ready. From the 10, Oklahoma City on the return, out past the 25, a spin move to the 29, and that's where they will start their opening possession. Out comes Joseph Redfeather, 8,749 passing yards, best in SFL history, 64 touchdowns, best in SFL history, and is 251 yards away from the first receiver, or the first quarterback, rather, to throw for 9,000 passing yards in a career. First and 10 from the 29, and Redfeather starts out of the shotgun on the counter to Brewski. Around the left-hand side, he lost 2 yards. The tackle made up front by Brady. Second and 12. It is an absolutely perfect day for football here in Oklahoma City. 53 degrees, sunny skies. It won't get above 58 today. The sun is out, the clouds are gone, and we've got a great one here in Oklahoma City. A second and 12 from the 28-yard line. Redfeather under center, back to the pass. His first of the day. It is a check down to the left-hand side, and it is only a gain of 2 yards. Tackle again made on the outside by Brady. Third down and 10. From the 29, San Francisco's defense, always tough. This rivalry, always low-scoring, tough, gritty football. 2 wide receivers split to either side, and Redfeather will drop back 3 steps. He will fire down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the game starts with a 3-and-out for Oklahoma City. No yards on 3 plays. Austin Broadway was there defending, and it's 4th and 10. Not the start the Renegades wanted. They will drop back to punt. Oklahoma City in their home. Copper helmets, green jerseys, copper pants, golden yellow numbers, white, green, and brown trim. San Francisco in the road, blue helmets, white jerseys, blue pants, blue numbers, orange, and white trim. Renegades punt deep. And San Francisco will return from their 33 and nothing doing, only to the 34, first down for the Bulldogs. So first down and 10 for San Francisco. Their quarterback is Jasper Hart. Renegade fans remember him well. He was here last year. And Renegade fans, as you can tell by the player personnel on their current team, not satisfied with Hart. They went out and got Redfeather, who was San Francisco's quarterback last year. First play for San Francisco offensively is a toss to Keanu Tuiasosopo, the rookie. He picks up 3. Cam Michael on the tackle. 2nd and 7. This Renegade defense, a very good preseason, particularly in the secondary, which is led by strong safety Tank Savage, number 49, and Billy Joe Casper, free safety, number 45. Michael is 24. Adam Stackhouse is the gold star linebacker, number 51. 2nd and 7 from the 37-I formation, and Hart drops to throw. Hart's got a clean pocket. Now it's breaking down, and Hart is sacked. In the backfield, a loss of 6. 3rd and long, as both defenses have shown up here in the early stages, as expected. 3rd down, 13. From the 34, wide receivers, 2 to either side. Keanu Tuiasosopo to the left of Hart. Hart back to throw. Hart steps into the pocket. Hart is in trouble, and he's sacked again! Filiola gets 2 sacks on the opening possession. It'll be 4th down and 18, and both teams have tremendous defensive starts. Minus 8 yards on 3 plays for the Bulldogs. They will punt it away. Oklahoma City and San Francisco out to make a statement. We'll get into their defensive numbers from last year in a second. From the 38, Renegades on the return, and they will get out to the 40-yard line. We would expect nothing else from the Renegades and the Bulldogs than the start that we have had thus far. Last year, San Francisco and Oklahoma City were 7th and 8th respectively in points per game. Renegades 19.0, San Francisco 17.9, but their defenses were 2 of the best. San Francisco gave up 20 points per game, Oklahoma City 22.4 points per game. That's 2 of the top 3 scoring defenses from the league during the summer 14 season. A 1st down and 10 from the 40, and the handoff goes to Brewski. Brewski is tackled from behind after getting a small lane up the middle. It's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. The starting offense for Oklahoma City includes Joseph Redfeather, the Summer 13 MVP, Pete Brewski, the Winter 14 MVP. The 2 wide receivers are Johnny Bearmy, the rookie, and Chris Taylor. They were 84 and 81 respectively. The tight end is number 89, Tiberius Bovine. Under center, Redfeather hands it off to Brewski on the counter left. He's got some space, but again, quickly closed. Andrew Ball makes the tackle after Brewski gains 3. 3rd down and short, but at least some positive yardage here for Oklahoma City, who's looking to complete their first pass of the day. Third down and 3 from the 47. 3 wide receivers set with Brewski in the backfield on 3rd and 3. Redfeather will pass against a blitz. He goes deep down the middle. The pass is caught. No, he dropped it. Dropped by Chris Taylor, who has had a drop problem since coming back into the league and joining Oklahoma City. Taylor cannot hold on to the football, and it's 4th and 3, and they have to punt again. A beautiful pass from Redfeather, and then as Bearmy was going to the ground, or Taylor, check that, he lost the ball, and it looked like maybe Andrew Ball came in and stripped it out of there. 4th and 3, Renegades to punt for the 2nd time today. We welcome those of you in the chat for the season opener today. Bandits APF 2K8, Football Dude 93, Big Willie 54, OKC Renegades, Ramos Lynn, Amindalotha T, Paternity, Spectacular Pooh 1424, and TJ Cag, SFL. And on a 4th down and 3, Oklahoma City punts from the 13 is where San Francisco returns up at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, 1st down Bulldogs in a scoreless first quarter with 8:45 to play. Check out Vertigo on YouTube, aviation football. If you've ever wanted to know how to fly a plane, Vertigo definitely has the hookup with flight simulations and APF 2K8 videos from the CAG NFL. Vertigo is the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Crabs, and you can find him at user/VertigoFS on YouTube. The handoff goes to Tuiasosopo, and he lost a yard. Thrown backwards by Adam Stackhouse. Brings up 2nd down and 11. Vertigo is part of the SFL cross-promotion on YouTube. If you would like to get your YouTube channel or just your business to cross-promote with the Simulation Football League, contact Simulation FL @gmail.com. Second down and 11 from the 17. Jasper Hart is under center with two wide receivers split to either side. Tuiasosopo's in the backfield out of the I formation. It's a 4-3 set. Jasper Hart back to throw. Hart's got time, and he fires complete to Asante Dolman, Gold Star tight end, who breaks off one defender and picks up about 5 on the play. We'll give him 5 to the 22-yard line. Check that. It's third down and 6. Third and 6 from the 22. San Francisco has yet to gain a first down. Same can be said for Oklahoma City. 3 wide receivers. Hart back to throw. A deep drop back. Pump fake. Now goes left-hand side. A deep ball is caught by Xavier Brunson. Brunson inside the 40 to the 35-yard line for the Bulldog first down. A monster completion for Jasper Hart. And the first time either team has moved the chains in this game, San Francisco is knocking on the door of scoring position. Cam Michael was defending. I think the pump fake may have helped Xavier Brunson get open. Nice patience from Jasper Hart. Billy Joe Casper on the tackle. Made some slight adjustments to the scoreboard at the top. Hope you like it. Let us know in the chat. I formation. Brunson is to the top of the screen. Hand off to Tuiasosopo. Rather left-hand side. Got some space. Tuiasosopo breaks a tackle. 15. Or check that, 20 to the 16-yard line. Another first down for San Francisco, who has started rolling here on their second possession as we take a look at Tuiasosopo's best run of the day. Had one man to beat on the outside. That was Adam Stackhouse, and Tuiasosopo shredded him like yesterday's news. And it's first and 10 inside the red zone for San Francisco. Filial had 2 sacks on that opening possession, quiet since. 6 minutes into this ball game, a scoreless game, a 4-3 set for Oklahoma City. And out of the eye, Hart will throw to Tuiasosopo on a little screen pass. Tuiasosopo has some room. Speed's not his thing. Only a gain of 2 yards. Gang tackled by about 4 Renegades at the 14-yard line. Second and 8 from the 14. I formation again. Brunson's to the bottom of the screen. Oklahoma City looking to bend and not break. Hart back to pass. Going to swing it outside of the fullback. Got a lot of space inside the 10. Down to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain. And this is a heck of a start for San Francisco. Now a third down and 3 at the 8. San Francisco's offense includes 2 Gold Stars. Gold Star running back Keanu Tuiasosopo wears number 34, Brewski's number. The tight end is number 80, Asante Dolman. The wide receiver is number 88, Xavier Brunson, and Jasper Hart is the silver quarterback. Hart back to throw, quick out, and they rule it a catch, but a catch and then a step out of bounds shy of the first down marker. That brings up fourth down and 1 and a difficult decision here for the Bulldogs. A nice route, an open route, and it would appear that San Francisco is going to keep their offense on the field on fourth down and 1 from the 6. I formation, will they snap it? 8 on the play clock, down to 6, down to 5. Hard count appears to not work, and a timeout will be called by San Francisco with 5:35 to go in the first quarter. So Oklahoma City does not jump offside. The defensive line holds, and San Francisco will settle for 3. So from 23 yards out, the Bulldogs' field goal is good, and they have the first points of the SFL season. San Francisco 3, Oklahoma City nothing, and another good red zone stop by the OKC Renegades. 3-0 San Francisco on top of OKC here early on. Oklahoma City's next home game is in a couple of weeks as the Renegades return from the 10. The Renegades will host T. Paternity's Minneapolis Maulers Saturday, February 7th at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, live here from Transcorp Stadium. If you can't catch the game at Transcorp, you can listen live always to Renegade Football here on 105.3 FM. A first down and 10 yards to go for Oklahoma City. San Francisco, a solid second possession, getting down the field with two big plays. Tuiasa Sopo's big run, and before that, Xavier Brunson with a long catch down the left-hand side. Brewski just shed two defenders. I mean, immediately on contact, a 4-yard pickup. Brings up second down and 6 as Brewski's trying to create some lanes. The San Francisco defense includes Randall Watts, who was last year's MVP. First game in league history to have 3 MVPs on the field at the same time. It also includes, he's number 92. It also includes Jordan Gray, number 99 on the defensive line. Red Feather's pass is short and caught. A pickup of a couple of yards. Brings up third down and 4. So Gray and Watts anchor the defensive line for San Francisco. They also have inside linebacker Austin Broadway, number 55. The corners are Andrew Ball, number 35, Marcus Dorsett, number 42. And Ahmad Arrington in the secondary. Hand off to Brewski, up the middle, first down, Renegades. It's about time. The first move of the chains for OKC today comes with 4:15 to go in the opening quarter, and it comes off the feet of Pete Brewski. San Francisco 3, Oklahoma City nothing. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. 3 wide receiver set for Red Feather, who comes out of the shotgun. And Red Feather will drop to throw. Red Feather, a short throw out to Brewski, who tried to cut back inside as opposed to going outside, and picks up a modest 3 yards on the completion. Red Feather has tried to go deep just once in the first quarter. He did have Chris Taylor open, and he dropped it. Chris Taylor angering some of the Renegade fans of late. He dropped that one in the preseason that could have given Oklahoma City a preseason victory over the Baltimore Crabs. 2nd and 7 from the 45, and the handoff goes to Brewski. And Brewski up the middle. He picks up 3 to set up a third down and 4. Also on this Oklahoma City offensive front, tackle Keon Sopoaga. He wears number 63. 3 minutes to go in the first. 3rd and 4. Shy of midfield by a couple of yards. Dorsett and Taylor at the bottom of the screen in one-on-one coverage. Over the middle, that pass is incomplete. Intended for Bovine. Ahmad Arrington came up and took a shot on him. And Oklahoma City is going to have to get tougher in the middle of the field if they want to score on the Bulldogs today, because they are hitting those receivers right as the ball gets there, and Oklahoma City is not hanging on. They'll have to punt again. 3 straight punts here in the first quarter, and San Francisco's defense looks like they have put the Minneapolis Maulers debacle behind them. And nearly blocked a punt there as Oklahoma City booms it to the 14, and again, San Francisco will start from inside their own 20-yard line. That's where their field goal drive started. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 15. Check out the Dark Lord on YouTube. He's got NFL classic teams galore on his website and on his YouTube page. The Dark Lord can be found at user at Darth Destro MD on YouTube, one of our cross promoters, part of the SFL family. Hart back to throw. That pass is caught, a 2-yard gain to the outside to the 17-yard line. Picks up the ball and moves it to the 17, second down and 8. Second down, 8 yards to go. Dolman has one catch in this game. They had a difficult time getting him the football in the preseason. It was a storyline coming in to see how he would do today. Hart, straight drop back, swings it outside to Tuiasosopo, and he is shoved out of bounds at the 20. A gain of 3, third down and 5. Hart taking what the defense gives him thus far. Crowd on their feet again. Second time the crowd has risen to full throat here in the first quarter. A pumped up, energized Transcorp Stadium here on opening day. Third down and 5 from the 20. Hart out of the shotgun, back to throw, and Hart has time and fires it complete for a first down, and Tuiasosopo nearly drags Stackhouse out of the play. Another first down, San Francisco to the 32, and the rookie running back has made an impact here in the first quarter. He has really looked sharp for San Francisco as the Bulldogs are trying to build on their lead. He has 4 carries for 27 yards here in the opening quarter. Another move of the chains for San Francisco. 3 wide receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. And Hart will take the handoff to Tuiasosopo, and he picks up nothing. Nice stop. Adam Stackhouse has been all over the field, and while he has been semi-effective against Tuiasosopo, at least he's been there. Second and 10. Those that picked Oklahoma City in the Pick'em Challenge this week might be feeling a little nervous after this 12 minutes of opening day play. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Jasper Hart out of the shotgun. A 4-2-5 look, I believe. A toss play out to Tuiasosopo, who cuts it back inside and only picks up 1. So it's going to be a third down and long 9. And that's exactly what Oklahoma City wants to do to San Francisco, get them into a passing situation. That's where this offense is at its most vulnerable. Third and 9 from the 33. Bulldogs have a 3-0 lead. And out of the shotgun, Jasper Hart back to throw. Hart pump fake, and he's in trouble again! Sacked for the 3rd time in the quarter! A loss of 6 yards. The Oklahoma City defensive line doing its job, and it's 4th and 15. This time it's Tony Green. Punt coming from the Bulldogs, protecting a 3-0 first quarter lead. Might be the final play of the first quarter. Oklahoma City from the 38 on the return and put down with 2 seconds to go at the 39-yard line. So Oklahoma City will get one more playoff before the end of one. Pete Bruschi comes back out on the field. 3,654 rushing yards and 33 touchdowns. Those are also first all-time. Some historical, proven players in the Oklahoma City backfield this year. Final play of the first quarter, and it's going to be a handoff to Pete Bruschi, and that's going to gain 2 yards, and that is going to be the end of one. 24 carries, or 24 yards on 8 carries for Pete Bruschi in quarter number 1 as we come to break. San Francisco 3, Oklahoma City nothing. This is the end of the first quarter, and you're listening to Renegade Football on 105.3 FM. We'll be back to Transcorp Stadium after this.
To me, they're like the greatest form of self-expression. And at the center, I'm meeting other people just like me.
I treat patients who come in with the most extreme forms of permanent selfie arm, like Julia here.
We can hail a taxi like that. People think she's always wanting one, so whenever we want one, it's like there.
Multitasking is not just what I do well, it's what I have to do.
She is a guru with the selfie.
We're gonna do a bunch of pictures, quick fire. Pose, pose. The perfect selfie starts with lighting, making sure your background's dynamic. What's in your background? Make it interesting, guys. You wanna have a good angle.
I felt it.
My grandma, she was one of the first people to ever take a selfie.
On avait des appareils énormes, alors je suis devenue très 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 forte. Regardez-vous ça. Voila.
When it comes down to it, there's nobody better at taking a picture of you than you.
Dell and Intel proudly support learning, doing, and the perfect selfie.
Let's do a brand new day. Let's step away from the bland and let the color fly. Let's get to the one store with more #1 choices and match this or this without using too much of this. Then, let's crack open a can and get to it. Paint? No. Let's do POW. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Glidden Duo starts at a new lower price of $25.46 a gallon.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It will beat you to your knees if you let it. Nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Xbox One, now starting at $399.
This is the story of the brothers Kavanaugh, who, with their Dell tablets and a host of integrated tools, kept their business cosmically in sync with Intel processors.
Oklahoma City Renegade Football on 105.3 FM is brought to you by Dell, the power to do more. By Xbox. By the Bricktown Brewery, the official Renegade Watch Party headquarters. And by Lowe's, never stop improving. Start of the second quarter here from Oklahoma City Transcorp Stadium on SFL's opening day of the Winter 15 Season 4 campaign. 2nd and 8 from the 41, and Red Feather's calling a signal with the line, will drop to throw. Red Feather completes the pass over the middle, and it is a 6-yard gain to the 47-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 2. Let's take a look at the first quarter stats. Brought to you by All Pro Football 2K8. And you see a shocking number there in the passing category. 70 passing yards for San Francisco to just 6 for the Renegades. And 98 total yards to OKC's 30. 3rd down and 2. The handoff to Brewski, and he did not get the first down. Austin Broadway comes up to make the tackle. Brewski made a gritty effort on the inside. But a heck of a job by San Francisco once again of not giving Brewski any sort of yards after first contact. And it brings up 4th and 1 and another punt for Oklahoma City, who had just 1 first down in that third quarter. Both teams struggling a bit on 3rd down, and it's been a pretty clean game. Oklahoma City punts from the 11. San Francisco on the return up to the 15. That's where they will set up shop. The field position battle has been won by Oklahoma City. San Francisco has started now 3 of their 4 drives inside of the 20-yard line. But so far, Oklahoma City has failed to capitalize. 1st down and 10 of the 15. Bulldogs lead 3-0. A 3-wide receiver set and a 4-2-5 defensive look. Brunson top of the screen. He had 1 catch in the quarter. It was a big one that led to a field goal. Hart has a throw. Dangerous throw. It's caught at the 35 by Brunson in triple coverage. How about that from Xavier Brunson as we get another look at this one? I can't believe he caught this ball against this secondary that is really a sight to behold on most nights. 1st down, San Francisco to the 35, a gain of 20. 1st and 10 for San Francisco out of the eye. A 4-3 look with the linebackers and defensive line shifting. Hart to throw. Throws it short. That pass is caught. Brunson again, a gain of 8. Brunson now 3 catches for 69 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. You can check out updates on their league at SimulationFL.com on CAG NFL Fridays, beginning this week on the SFL's official home. Hand off to Tuiasa Sopo, who breaks a tackle, and then another, and is finally dragged down at the Renegade 48. First down, San Francisco. Tuiasa Sopo on a tear, still another Bulldog first down. And the adjustments made by offensive coordinator Colin Northrup this week are looking strong. That's Football Dude 93 who's in the chat. 1st and 10 at the Renegade 48. 3 wide receivers and 2 to the top of the screen for San Francisco, holding a field goal lead. Hart will hand off to Tuiasa Sopo. Around the left-hand side spin move, and he pushes ahead for a 5-yard gain. Stackhouse once again there to make the stop, along with a teammate. San Francisco and Oklahoma City is live now, as you can see the schedule at the bottom of the ticker. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, the Minneapolis Maulers and the Cleveland Vipers make their official debuts as they take on one another. And then Monday night, Baltimore travels to New York. Hart down the middle and nearly intercepted after Brunson's attempted one-hand snag is knocked away. And Billy Joe Casper says we can knock away footballs in the middle of the field as well. Big play with a free safety, 3rd down and 5. It should be mentioned, a stat of the day, that San Francisco and Oklahoma City have 4 of the 6 players who have 10-plus interceptions in their career. Billy Joe Casper has 16, Ahmad Arrington has 13, Tank Savage has 11, and Andrew Ball has 10. 3rd down and 5 for Hart. Back to pass against the blitz. Hart throws it outside. That pass is caught, and Tuiasa Sopo will not get the first down. A first down saving tackle made on the outside by the Renegade defense. 4th and 1 at the 39, and will San Francisco go for this? It would appear they will. Bulldogs keeping their offense out on the field. 4th down and 1. They've already burned 1 timeout, trying to get a hard count. Oklahoma City showing blitz. They're going to go for it. Hand off to Tuiasa Sopo. Renegades going to push, and it's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Renegades at their own 40. And an excellent job by Victor Jones on the outside to get off his block quickly to make the wrap-up tackle with his left arm. Sensational job. I think Tuiasa Sopo probably gets enough for that first down if Jones doesn't make that tackle. Heck of an effort by the Renegade defense, and it's 1st and 10 at the 40. Red Feather deep drop back, swings it far side, pass is caught by Johnny Bierme, a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. Second and 7 from the 43, and Red Feather's going to go over the middle. That pass is incomplete. Chris Taylor dropped another one. 3rd down and 7. This is getting frustrating if you're a Renegade fan, as Taylor looked open and got it slapped out from behind him. 3rd down for Oklahoma City. 9:06 to play in the first half. They need the San Francisco 49.5-yard line. Receivers not helping Red Feather out here in the first half. 3 wide receivers and a man in the backfield. Red Feather over the middle. Pass is caught by Bovine, and he got just enough of the first down. Bovine so fine to move the chains. His first catch of the day, and a much-needed trek into Bulldog territory for this Oklahoma City offense. 10 for the 49. Red Feather back to throw. Red Feather is going to throw it short, and it's dropped again. Will somebody on Oklahoma City catch a pass? Second down. And the Renegades stagnant because of that problem today.
Let's go. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 49. One receiver split either side. Beerme to the bottom of the screen, Taylor to the top, Brewski in the backfield. 8:32 remaining in the first half, and Red Feather drops to pass. Red Feather down the middle, pass in traffic, and it's incomplete. Beerme, the intended receiver. Ball knocked it away. Red Feather tried to thread the needle in there for a minute. I thought it was caught. Instead, a 3rd and long. As the Renegades are trying to get the passing game going, and in doing so, have forgotten a little bit about Pete Brewski as Andrew Ball is talking some smack. 3rd and 10 from the 49. Red Feather out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, play action. Red Feather against the blitz, and the pass is caught, and the turn in the corner, he couldn't do it. That was James on the reception. He tried to squeeze it. He is 1 yard shy, and will the Renegades go for it on 4th down? I think you got to give it to Brewski. You got the best running back in league history. It's 4th down and 1 of the San Francisco 40, and you're looking for momentum, and they will trot out the offense. A 4-3 formation. 2 wide receivers, both to the top of the screen. And Red Feather's under center. They will go for it. It's a handoff to Brewski. He's got a first down and more! Pete Brewski spin move past the 25 to the 21, a gain of 19. First down, Renegades. One of the 3 Bs, Brewski, Bovine, and Beerme. As Brewski makes a monster play for this offense, Dorsett on the tackle. First down just outside the red zone. Best offensive drive for the Renegades today. They needed a 4th down conversion to get there. On a counter, Pete Brewski up the middle. Brewski bounces off a tackler. Touchdown, Renegades! How about that from Pete Brewski? Watch this play. Just bounced right off that defender. Broadway whiffed. And Oklahoma City takes their first lead of the day. Well, when your receivers aren't catching it, give it to Mr. Brewski. And it's now dollar beers all around Transcorp Stadium for the rest of the 2nd quarter. And the extra point is good. That's the spark the Renegades needed as guns go blasting. San Francisco 3, Oklahoma City 7. Renegades kick it away. From the 7-yard line, San Francisco on the return. Nice return to the 33. Check out Alan JD on YouTube at user/RebelRouser1988. He's been doing a great job of promoting the Minneapolis Maulers, director of promotions for that squad, and also the SFL in general. Made his picks. He had Oklahoma City today. And you can check out all of his SFL and CAG and All-Pro and all that good stuff on his YouTube page at user/RebelRouser1988. The hyped Southerner getting hyped for the SFL's opening week as that pass nearly intercepted, intended for Asante Dolman. Good defense by Oklahoma City. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Renegades have harnessed momentum. 7-3, the first touchdown of the winter 15 season belongs to Pete Bruschi. Wide receivers, two to either side. Hand off to Iyasosopo. Only one. A hard hit from Adam Stackhouse, who is racking up the tackles as you look at the running back comparison. Bruschi winning the battle thus far. $65 yards and a touchdown. 3rd down and 9 at the 34. Hart back to pass. Hart down the middle. Nearly picked off again. Getting their hands on it. The Renegade secondary. 4th and 9. And the punter will have to come out as we get a look at Adam Stackhouse, who knocked that ball away. And a fun fact for you, boy, Stackhouse nearly had it. Adam Stackhouse is number 1 all-time, better than any secondary member in league history in passes defended. 33 in his career in 24 games. He also was 2nd all-time in the league in tackles, 179, trailing Orlando's Stephen Lambert. So 4th down and 9 for San Francisco as the Bulldogs punt it away. From the 30, Oklahoma City, nice return up to the 39-yard line. And the Renegades' field position continues to be excellent here in the first half. If you missed the forecast at the beginning of the game, it is just absolutely gorgeous. 53 degrees, sunny skies here from Transcorp Stadium in Oklahoma City. High today of just 58. 1st and 10 from the 39. Handoff on a counter to Bruschi. He is starting to get him going, but lost a yard there as he could not turn the corner. Broadway and Ball with the tackle. Bruschi still averaging 5.3 yards a carry. Jordan Gray was also there. Haven't heard much from Jordan Gray and Randall Watts here in the first half. Joseph Redfeather has stayed upright. 2nd and 11 at the 38. Renegades have a 4-point lead. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. And the handoff is going to go to Bruschi again. Up the middle. Bruschi 45. What a move from Pete Bruschi. One man to beat. 20-10. Touchdown Renegades. Look out. Bruschi's hot. Look at that move. Oh, sickening to the Bulldog defense. Somebody get Andrew Ball a bucket. If you had Pete Bruschi in your fantasy football lineup this week, you knew what you were talking about. And the extra point for Oklahoma City off the high snap is good. Renegades have gotten moving. 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter. A 14-3 ball game. And speaking of fantasy football, the play-to-win challenges have begun. Hashtag free money. It's free to play, and you can win cash and prizes this year by playing the fantasy football and pick'em challenges on simulationfl.com. It opens back up on Tuesday, or check that, on Wednesday of next week. So make sure to get your fantasy football week 2 lineup set and your picks in. The play to win challenges on simulationfl.com. Have a few great games next week. Of course, next week is Super Bowl Sunday, and we've also got the 2 CAG teams playing each other which we hope will set viewership records as the Minneapolis Maulers take on the Baltimore Crabs in the Maulers home opener. 1st and 10 for the 27. San Francisco has dug a hole. Pass is dropped out of the backfield, and San Francisco now has the drop bug. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Also, the Renegades a strong candidate for one of our Pick'em Challenge questions this week about who will have the most sacks this week. Oklahoma City's had 3 here in the first half. 4 wide receiver set. Hart out of the shotgun. Takes a high snap and throws it over the middle. Pass is caught by Dolman. Nice job getting the tight end involved. A gain of 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down and 2. San Francisco in desperate need of some points here before they hit the locker room. 3rd down and 2 at the 35. 3 wide receiver set, and Hart is in the backfield under center. Hart sidearm throw over the middle. That is caught by Dolman. 1st down to the 48. And I gotta say it again, Football Dude 93's adjustments this week have looked nice, getting Asante Dolman the football. Look at that throw from Jasper Hart. First and 10 at the San Francisco 48. The Bulldogs on the move. Oklahoma City not used to scoring 14 points that quickly against the Bulldogs. These games usually defensive slaughterhouses as Tuiasosopo picks up 5. Filiaw gets his 3rd tackle of the day. He has 2 of the Renegades' 3 sacks. 2nd and 5, San Francisco. There's a look at Adam Stackhouse. I formation for Jasper Hart. Hart, I formation back to pass. He's going to swing it outside. Caught short of the 1st down. That's Xavier Brunson. A 3-yard gain sets up a 3rd down and 2 for San Francisco. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe coming up with your first half highlights, stats, and analysis from the SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas on the 2K Sports Halftime Report, which comes your way after the next 4 minutes and 22 seconds of game action. 2 receivers and 2 backs on the 3rd and short. It's a draw to Tuiasosopo, and he's got the 1st down. After surging ahead, he was stopped in the backfield and would not be denied. A huge 1st down pickup for Tuiasosopo, and we're under 4 minutes to play in the first half. First and 10 to 41. Toss play, Tuiasosopo trying to cut it back. Only a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Oklahoma City down 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, but back-to-back touchdowns from Pete Bruschi have them on top 11. Second down, 9 yards to go. 14-3 Renegades. Bulldogs have 2 timeouts. Renegades all 3. Handoff on a draw. Tuiasosopo dropped in the backfield. 3rd and 10. Renegade defense not fooled. Oklahoma City made some improvements to Transcorp Stadium in the offseason, as published by the team a couple of days ago. We'll be giving away a Savage Arm rifle signed by Tank Savage in the second half, and also have a micro brewery called Touchdowns and Beer that replaces Subo Time. Jasper Hart down the field. Ref got knocked over, and the pass got knocked away by none other than Adam Stackhouse deep down the field, and it's 4th down for San Francisco. The drive stalls out just shy of field goal range, and they'll have to kick it away. Renegades likely won't start with good field position this time around, but San Francisco is desperate for a stop here. Had a good thing going, and then it just kind of ran out on him. This punt is going to go inside the 10, Bounce out of bounds at the 4. What a kick from Lindstrom. One of the best punters in the SFL as we get another look at it on this clear, sunny day in Oklahoma City. All 3 timeouts for the Renegades. Trying to make this a runaway here in the first half. 1st and 10 of the 4. 2 backs and 2 receivers. And Redfeather will hand it off to Brewski. Brewski has had an amazing second quarter. And Ahmad Arrington hit him hard. 129 yards in the first half for Pete Brewski. He was at 126 before that 3-yard carry. Second down and 7 at the 7. 14-3 Renegades on top of the Bulldogs. And Redfeather drops to throw. Redfeather swings it outside. Brewski stayed in bounds. Oh, and he made 2 people miss to the 31st and 10. Pete Brewski in the first half, particularly in the second quarter, a man possessed. Watch this move on the sideline. Whoop! Broadway completely fooled. And what a great job to stay in bounds as well as he trotted down the sideline. We have hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. The home of Renegades, 105.3 FM. Lock it in and shoot the knob off. Oklahoma City. First down and 10 at the 30. Shotgun for Redfeather. Hand off to Brewski, and he is smacked hard again. He has taken some punishing hits here in the first half. 2nd and 7. Time is ticking away, down to 100 seconds and counting here in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the bottom of the formation, far side left. 4-2-5 defense. And off Brewski. Brewski up the middle. He's still going. Brewski to the 45. First down, 143 yards in the first half. And San Francisco, who prides itself on defense. This has been a franchise which their defense has been, it tops in a number of categories. Every season they've been on the field, and Pete Brewski has gotten the better of them today, at least in the first half. He picks up 3, and now Oklahoma City is going no huddle. 2nd down and 7. And the swing out is to Brewski, and he is going backwards, and he's going to lose 4, and Oklahoma City is going to call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. It's 3rd and long. I formation. Redfeather on 3rd and long, throws it outside, trying to get to the first down. Bierme cannot, and it would appear San Francisco is going to let this first half clock run out and take an 11-point deficit into the locker room. The Bulldogs will receive the second half kickoff. San Francisco will have to punt it. The game clock and play clock are nearly identical, but the game clock is slightly ahead.
Let's go, yo, let's go, let's go!
Oklahoma City punts it away, and a fair catch is called for. Bulldogs didn't want to make another mistake before halftime. It's Oklahoma City 14, San Francisco 3. Dan and Peter have the call from the SFL studios.
A fair catch at the 12. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Renegades enjoying the lead 14-3.
Okay, Dan, this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
Well, here's a look at our halftime stats, and as you can see, it paints a pretty clear picture. The Renegades are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Number 7 went up top on the third down play, and he was able to find his man. That set up an easy 24-yard field goal. The Bulldogs get the first points of the game and go up by 3. Later on in the second quarter, all at their own 15. Number 7 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on the big play, and they turned the ball over on down. Midway through the second, the Renegades down by 3. Number 34 takes the handoff here, and look at the blocking at the point of attack. A big opening up the middle. They take the lead for the first time and are now up by 4. The Renegades again have it. Number 34 would come up with a big play here as he gets the carry and has clear sailing ahead. A 62-yard touchdown for the home team. The Renegades up 14-3. Number 34 ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. And that will do it. The Renegades are up big at the half, 14-3.
All right, Dan. Nice work.
The Bulldogs get the ball first this half, and they could use a score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 14-3. Let's go down to the field.
Oklahoma City 14, San Francisco 3. This is Renegade Football. The SFL Winter 15 season opener is on 105.3 FM and on the SFL Network on Twitch. The second half is right around the corner.
We really enjoy live music. It's been a big part of what the Bricktown Brewery has been for a long, long time. From major bands and major acts to really talented individuals who know how to play guitar and sing good songs you know by heart or songs that they've created themselves. Some of the really big acts we've had that have been a lot of fun, we've done some outdoor concerts and some really big indoor concerts. Outdoors, we were able to get Big Head Todd and the Monsters with the Dave Matthews Band back early enough to when Dave Matthews Band was actually opening up for Big Head Todd and the Monsters. That was a great show. We had the Doobie Brothers that played here to a packed out parking lot. We had the Smithereens that played here, Collective Soul with the #1 hit in the country. It was number 3 when they played here, and the place just went unglued. The Smithereens I mentioned, some good country artists, David Allan Coe, Django, Jerry Jeff Walker. We've been fortunate. Huey Lewis in the News. We've had Uncle Cracker played here. Some fun bands, Dred Zeppelin. Rick Springfield played. We also had live. Many huge bands have come through here, and local bands. And we became known as the place for live music for a good 12, 13 years in Oklahoma City. Live music has been our backbone. We've had a lot of fun with it. We've had things from cellists come in here to play, and we've even had some of the classic guys like Cheap Trick was a group that played here. Eddie Money played here twice. It's been a lot of fun. Lisa Loeb played here once. I got to meet her. That was kind of a neat experience. It's been great to be a part of national music as much as local music, and we hope to have those opportunities come our way again.
the second quarter here in Oklahoma City. San Francisco returning the opening kickoff up to the 26. First down. San Francisco from their 26 in the first play of the second half as a Hart completion, a 9-yard pickup to Asante Dolman, who has been much more involved in the offense today despite the 3-point output by the Bulldogs. Gain of 9 sets up a second down and short. High formation for Jasper Hart. Brunson is the bottom of the screen, and Hart's going to change the play. 8 in the box. We'll see if he tries to get Brunson deep down the field. The audible will be a toss to the outside, and Tuiasosopo can't get out there. In theory, if Tuiasosopo could have broken outside, he would have been gone, but Adam Stackhouse was right there to make the play. That's a loss of 3. And Tuiasosopo is down under 4 yards a carry. Third down and 4, Oklahoma City. Third down and 4 at the 32. Draw play to Tuiasosopo. He didn't get it. We've seen that draw called a few times, and it hasn't worked too many of those times, if at all today. A 3-and-out for San Francisco to start the third quarter. And it brings up a 4th down and 2 and a punt.
Here I come, brother. I'm coming. I'm gonna block the punt.
Oklahoma City from the 28 on the return to the 34-yard line, and again, solid field position for the Renegades, and Oklahoma City continues their nice defensive effort here since the first quarter expired. Heck of a first half from Pete Bruschi. He was the Oklahoma City offense, and so far today, that is all they've needed as the receivers have struggled for the Renegades making catches down the field. 2 in the backfield. Bruschi gets the handoff again. Why not? With a lead blocker, picks up 7. Bruschi is up to 153 yards of offense with a couple of touchdowns. And for those of you keeping track at home, that is nearly 30 fantasy points. Second down, 3 yards to go. Two receivers split out wide. Redfeather will hand it off again. Bruschi hit in the backfield. That, I believe, yes, Jordan Gray making that play. Comes off the edge, unblocked, a loss of 2 yards. Brings up third down and 5. A rare tackle for loss today for San Francisco. The MVP, Randall Watts, mighty quiet. He is the closest to the ticker on that line. Hand off to Bruschi on a third down. First down. Arrington, a big hit. It didn't matter as Bruschi holds on to the football. He did have a fumble last week in their preseason finale against Baltimore, but he's done a good job protecting it today. A 1st and 10 on the 45. Redfeather back to pass. Deep drop back. Throws off his back foot, and I don't know where he was looking. Chris Taylor was sort of in the vicinity, but the air was let out of the ball on that one. A flubber. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Taylor and Bierme have struggled. Will they come alive here in the second half? Will Oklahoma City need them to? 2 receivers, bottom of the screen, I formation. Redfeather 3-step drop back to throw. Going to swing it outside. Pass caught. And And that is Taylor, a gain of 8. 3rd and 3. We'll call it 7 now. Taylor stepped out of bounds as he was trying to get that first down marker. Marcus Dorsett coming up to make that play. Third down and 3 from the 48. And off Brewski got the first down. Another big run for Pete Brewski, who just barely stretched over the line to gain. And Oklahoma City moves the chains again. However, San Francisco wants a challenge.
The Bulldogs are challenging the spot of the ball.
And let's take a look at it. That yellow line is only an estimate. And Brewski, it's going to be with that second effort. Watts on the tackle. Looks like he got it from here.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The Bulldogs will not be charged with a timeout. 4th down.
Wow, I don't like that call. I don't like that call at all. Where is the definitive evidence that Brewski did not cross? I don't understand that call. I don't see how you can possibly overturn that. I get it if that's the call on the field. San Francisco wins a challenge, 4th and 1. The Oklahoma City offense is out there on the field. They'll toss it out to Brewski. He will get it and move the chains to the 42. And the Renegades are 2 for 2 on 4th and 1 conversions today. Just toss it to the best back in the league. First down and 10 at the 42. Oklahoma City patiently moving the ball down the field on this drive. Their first of the third quarter. Brewski again picks up 6. He's up to 169 yards on 23 carries. Brewski's had plenty of 200-yard days in SFL history, and he's approaching another one here today. Two backs and two receivers. Redfeather under center, back to throw. Redfeather checks it down. Brewski has some space. He did not pick up the first down. Broadway and Brady out there to make the stop. Third down and inches. And I feel like we're about to see the 24th carry out of Pete Brewski. The SFL opening game, 14-3 Renegades, 7:35 remaining in the third, and on 3rd and inches, Redfeather will hand it off. Brewski didn't get it. He lost a yard. Broadway again on the stop. It's 4th down and 1, and if you're Oklahoma City, it's a 51-yard field goal, but you've converted 2 4th and 1 or lesses already today, so why not? No, they're going to punt the football. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, punter, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
I'm surprised they're going to punt here. They must have that much confidence in their defense, and this is a good punt inside the 10-yard line. It hit a player at the 10, and that's where they'll put the ball back. But still a solid kick, and San Francisco's going to have to go the length of the field to get some points. Spectacular 1424. Send me an email with your YouTube URL, and you can become a cross promoter of the league. We will cross promote you on our broadcasts here, if you do the same on your channel. As Tuiasa Sopo gains nothing on the swing pass. 2nd and 10. San Francisco, since that first quarter, just has not been able to get anything consistent going, particularly when they cross midfield. Hart back to throw against a blitz. Hart going deep. It is knocked away and nearly into the hands of another defender. Casper was defending Xavier Brunson. It's 3rd and 10. Oklahoma City's run defense is forcing these long down and distances for San Francisco here in this third quarter. They're just not giving up anything in the run game, and the Bulldogs are having to go away from their strength. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Hart will drop to throw. Hart back to pass, has a pocket, break it down, goes deep down the field. It's intercepted at the 39. First turnover of the day. And it's the only non-star in this secondary. Cornerback Kevin Lane. First down, Oklahoma City, and they have an opportunity to blow this game open here in the third quarter. So at least for the time being, Oklahoma City still in cruise control. 1st and 10 to the 39. Another touchdown could really make things problematic for the Bulldogs. Hand off to Brewski, and he picked up just one. Andrew Ball comes up to make the stop. This secondary for San Francisco, Andrew Ball and Ahmad Arrington specifically, they're some of the hardest hitting, best tacklers in this league. They do a great job. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers. Redfeather back to pass. He drops back straight. The pass is caught by Bierme, and he is run out of bounds after a gain of 7. It'll bring up 3rd down and short, and that has been the difference in this ball game, really. Oklahoma City has had a lot of 3rd and 4th and shorts, whereas San Francisco has backed themselves into corners with 3rd and 10s, 2nd and 12s, etc. 3rd down and 2 for Oklahoma City at the 31, inside a field goal range. Handoff goes to Brewski, and he won't get it. So again, Oklahoma City is left with a 4th and 1 situation. This time they're in field goal range, so they could stretch their lead to 2 touchdowns, and I think that is probably the smart play here. And the field goal kicker does come on. This is not a gimme. This is from 46 yards away. Left hash mark, left-footed kicker. The Bulldogs looking for a stop here to keep the score at 11. From 46 yards away, Renegades field goal is good right through as it just goes over the crossbar, and Oklahoma City gets 3 points off the first turnover of the day. A 46-yard boot that results in a 17-3 advantage. The Bulldogs need some points on this next possession. They've got to get it moving. From the 10, San Francisco on the return, and up to the 31-yard line. As mentioned at the top of the broadcast, these are the 2 teams who have lost the 3 combined SFL championship games. Oklahoma City lost back-to-back in their first 2 seasons, and then San Francisco lost last year. Both teams have a very good overall record in league history. San Francisco's made the playoffs twice, as have the Renegades. 1st and 10 to the 31 for Jasper Hart. The handoff goes to Tuiasa Sopo, who's got a lot of space right up the middle. Went about 6 yards before being touched. Brings up a 2nd down and 3, and that's what the Bulldogs needed. 3.4 yards a carry for Tuiasa Sopo, 58 yards.
2nd and 2.
3. The handoff goes to Tuiasa Sopo, and he gets nearly enough for the first down. And we have seen more 3rd and inches, 4th and inches, 4th and 1s, 3rd and 2s in this game than in any other game in recent memory. Renegades by 14, looking for a defensive stop, if I'm correct. San Francisco, as they hand it off to Tuiasa Sopo, he's got a first down and more. Tuiasa Sopo with the spin, past the 40 to the 37-yard line. First down, San Francisco, the first big play for the Bulldog offense since the first quarter. And the Bulldogs are back in business. One missed tackle there, then a second, and then a nice block, and then a third. Tank Savage just completely whiffed. What a pancake there by that lineman. 1st and 10 at the Renegade 37-yard line. Three minutes to go in the third. Still a ball game here. 17-3. San Francisco on the move. Hart back to pass. He's going to check it down to Tuiasa Sopo for 1 yard. 2nd down, 9. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. Join the All-Pro Football 2K8's best NFL online via online experience on the Xbox 360 at CasualAdultGamers.com. The handoff goes to Tuiasa Sopo on the left-hand side. He's fresh, picks up 5. 3rd down and 4, and it would appear that we've got an injured linebacker on the play, Stephen Brady, for the Renegades. A non-star, so a sigh of relief that it wasn't Adam Stackhouse laying on the ground. As we get another look at it, Brady made the tackle. It looks like he may have put all that weight on that shoulder. We hope that Brady is all right. 3rd down and 4 at the 31. I formation, Brunson top of the screen. He has had a quiet second half. Hart, straight drop back, goes down the middle. That is Dolman. 2 receivers went after the ball. Dolman caught it, and the other one could have wrecked that play. But Asante Dolman makes it for the Bulldogs. First down as we get another look at it. Miscommunication there, as Dolman's lucky that his own teammate did not take the ball away from him. Jasper Hart, 149 yards and an interception this afternoon in his return to Oklahoma City, playing his old team. Handoff to Tuiasa Sopo, 15-10. The draw was not working in the first half and up to this point, but on this drive, Tuiasa Sopo has found some space. 2nd and 1. San Francisco is in the red zone. And the middle of the field starting to open up for the Bulldog back. 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line. San Francisco not going away. I formation against 8 in the box. A 4-4-3 look with blitzing linebackers showing. Hart's going to change the play call. Hart's going to hand off up the middle. That's a first down and more. Past the 5. That's a touchdown. Tuiasa Sopo was creamed at the end of that play. Watch it again. Cam Michael came up and whacked him. But the Bulldogs get their first touchdown of the season, and Tuiasa Sopo gets his first touchdown of his career, and it's an 8-point game. What a drive for the Bulldogs, a 90-yard drive which started back at the 10-yard line. And the extra point for San Francisco is good. It's a 7-point game. Check out the Dark Lord's channel on YouTube at user/DarthDestroMD for all Pro Football 2K8 classic teams and so much more. Make sure to click that subscribe button on his channel. And do the same to ours if you haven't done so at Simulation FL. Renegades will start from the 31. Dark Lord, part of our YouTube collaboration marketing project, uniting all Pro Football 2K8 fans everywhere. If you would like to get your business or YouTube channel advertised and cross-promoted on the SFL Network on Twitch and on YouTube as well, as the games are uploaded there, email us, simulationfl@gmail.com. Pete Brewski takes the handoff on first down and picks up 5 yards. 183 yards. Pulled calf muscle for Brady, out 6 weeks. That's what Aaron Rodgers had, which is why he's missing the Pro Bowl tomorrow. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard run for Pete Brewski. Max, 2 receivers, hand off to Brewski, and Brewski's got a first down. Nearing 200 yards of offense is Pete Brewski, at least on the ground. He's probably got over 200 total with the few catches that he's made. But Brewski has not lost a step in his 4th season in the SFL. And for Oklahoma City, or for San Francisco, if they want to win this ball game, they're going to have to stop him. 1st and 10 of the 47. 3 wide receivers, and the handoff goes to Brewski, and Brewski gets 8 before he's crushed at the Bulldog 45, and Oklahoma City has discovered that they don't need to throw the football today. San Francisco not doing a very good job of taking away the run, the Renegades' strength for the last 3 seasons, and it would appear that that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. End of 3 here in Oklahoma City at Transcorp Stadium. Got a good one. Renegades 17, Bulldogs 10. We'll be back to Transcorp Stadium after these messages.
Let's unplug the past. Let's say goodbye to those. And hello to whoa. Let's find a better way to cook this. Wash that. Compare those and save these. Because you can make dinner. Or you can make dinner a breeze. Are you ready? Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, this Whirlpool washer dryer, just $3.49 each.
Lowe's presents How to Make It Quiet by Being Loud.
Come to Lowe's and save 5% every day with your Lowe's Consumer Credit Card.
Hey, buddy. What you doing?
I'm sleeping. Who are you?
I'm your football self, and you're jeopardizing my very existence.
What? But it's so...
Because if you don't go to Lowe's and get your to-do list done today, then guess what you're going to be doing during the game on Sunday?
Go me!
Lowe's, never stop improving.
Multimedia enthusiasts will love the Inspiron 17 7000 series. This system packs a lot of horsepower, like an optional Core i7 processor, up to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and an optional dedicated graphics card. It has the performance of a desktop, the screen size of a desktop setup, but with the portability of a notebook. It offers a huge 17-inch display with an optional edge-to-edge touch full HD screen, which gives you really crisp, clear, high resolution. It has forged aluminum materials in the chassis, diamond-cut bezels. From an aesthetic standpoint, it's a really beautiful platform. The Inspiron 17 7000 series comes standard with a backlit keyboard. If you find yourself in low light level conditions, a backlit keyboard is a must. It also has a precision touchpad, so your click points are extremely precise, your gesturing is extremely precise. Highlighting or grabbing items using the touchpad is a really fluid experience. The Inspiron 17 7000 series is an exceptional desktop replacement. Its large 17-inch display, sturdy and elegant design, and powerful performance make for an unmatched user experience.
Oklahoma City Renegade football on 105.3 FM is brought to you by Sam's Club. Savings made simple. By Target. Expect more, pay less. By Savage Arms, the definition of accuracy. And by the Home Depot. Let's do this. That's the power of the Home Depot. Shot of downtown Oklahoma City as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A 2nd and 2 for the Renegades at the San Francisco 45. The SFL Winter 15 season opener here from Transcorp Stadium. Brewski's got a massive hole up the middle. 214 yards, 6.9 yards a carry. It's been the Brewski show all day long. And San Francisco is now desperate for a stop here. Ahmad Arrington came up and supplied the tackle. Renegades 17, Bulldogs 10. Receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Brewski takes a handoff and takes a shot from, I believe, Randall Watts. No gain, 2nd and 10. Harrington was also around. This Oklahoma City offensive line has kept that San Francisco defensive line at bay, and it's helped that the Renegades have not really passed much in the second half, since Pete Brewski's been on such a tear. 2nd and 10, they will pass here. Redfeather throws to the outside, pass caught. Bierme, gain of 3, sets up a 3rd and 7. Redfeather hasn't made any big connections down the field as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Still just 71 yards of passing for Joseph Redfeather today, although he has not made a mistake. Both teams up over 100 yards rushing, and as you can see, 272 to 254 is pretty even. Play action, Redfeather down the middle, right over the defense, and it's a first down to the 18. Best passing play of the day for Redfeather as his pump fake freezed Marcus Dorsett, who came up to try to make the stop on the running play, and Chris Taylor ran right past him. What a genius play call there for Oklahoma City. More third quarter stats. Both teams have been very good on 3rd down. Oklahoma City in the red zone. Handoff Brewski, and he lost a yard. 212 yards, 33 carries. Brewski might be getting a little exhausted as he's gotten stopped by Randall Watts 2 straight carries. 2nd and 11 at the 19. 3 wide receivers with Redfeather in the backfield. Brewski to the right hand, there's the left hand side. He will take the screen pass, and it is Jordan Gray tackle for loss. A 2-yard gain. That was actually just a little swing to the outside. No blockers down the field. 3rd down and 13. We've also today, we've only had 1 turnover. We have not had a single penalty flag in this game, which is a little unusual. SFL penalties are not common per se. They average about 4 per game, but it's rare to have 0 here on opening day. Redfeather back to throw. Redfeather down the middle of the field. Caught at the 2, a gain of 19. Johnny Bierme with the catch. No, I was right the first time. Chris Taylor with a 1st and goal, Renegades. In the first half, San Francisco was knocking those footballs out of the hands of the receivers. First and goal of the 2. The handoff goes to Bruschi, and he's, just shy. Boy, that was really close. Andrew Ball saved the touchdown. Second and goal. This place ready to become unglued. About to put San Francisco back down by 2 touchdowns. And if OKC can get to 24, I don't know that any team in this series, in any regular postseason game, has ever scored 24 points against one another. Bruschi! Oh, he didn't get it! He had it! And another touchdown-saving tackle, this time by Jordan Gray. And Bruschi now, I believe, is up to either 35 or 36 carries. And it's third and goal. What a stop for San Francisco. Can they do it again? And the handoff goes to Bruschi. Did not get it. What a stand by San Francisco. And they keep it. Just a potentially 10-point game, a 2-score game, but that's way better than needing 2 touchdowns. First and goal at the 2-yard line, and somehow Bruschi can't punch it in. Fourth and goal of the 2, high snap, and from 18 yards away, the kick is good. It is 20-10. A 10-point lead for OKC. A little bit more breathing space. First and 10 from the 9. Bulldogs on the return. A pass up to the 30-yard line. Brings up first down. Tuiasosopo, 22 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Not a bad rookie debut, although he has had some times in this game where he's just kind of disappeared. First and 10 from the 30. San Francisco is down 10. Tuiasosopo on the hurdle. Oh, man, he made a man miss badly, and the run is to the 45-yard line. First and 10. Look at Tuiasosopo's run here. Tank Savage has not had a very good game today, if we're being honest. Watch him whiff again on Tuiasosopo. He's missed a couple of those. Casper cleans up his mess. First and 10 of the 45. Time is ticking away on San Francisco. They'll need to do something quickly. High formation. It's a handoff left. And Tuiasosopo dropped in the backfield. Second and 11, and how much longer can San Francisco afford to just continue to run the ball and run their normal offense? Second and long, Hart back to throw, swing out, oh, nearly intercepted. Nearly taken away. That pass is somehow caught by St. Pierre. No gain, third and long, San Francisco. You're starting to feel that this game is slipping away from the Bulldogs a little bit. They just have not been able to stop Pete Bruschi, and that was the storyline today. At least it has been thus far. Out of the shotgun, and Hart's got time. Deep down the field, off the hands of Lloyd. Bet they wish they had James Cooley on that pass, and Lindstrom's going to have to punt. And San Francisco was going to have to contain Pete Bruschi, which they did on that last possession. You're starting to get the feeling that Pete Bruschi's a little tired. He's approaching nearly 40 carries. And the punt is away, nearly blocked. This is a good kick to the 16-yard line, and another whack-a-mole hit at the 18 from San Francisco's defense. And I think this drive is going to come down to Joseph Redfeather. He's got to make a play. Pete Bruschi, I don't think we're going to see much of him moving forward. First and 10 of the 18-yard line. 3 receivers and Bruschi in the backfield to the right of Redfeather. And they hand it off to him on a trap, and a worn-out Pete Bruschi gets no gain. Down to 5.7 yards a carry, still over 200 yards. And this is San Francisco's last stand right here. Second and 10 at the 18. 3 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Redfeather will throw. Redfeather to Bruschi, and Bruschi is pushed backwards. He's still going backwards. It's a loss of 3 back to the 16, and he is very lucky that they gave him forward progress, because they could have marked him way back inside the 10-yard line. And the Bulldog coaching staff wants to know how in the world they did not rule forward progress when he made that little move back at the 9. Oklahoma City caught a break. 3rd down and long. San Francisco's defense has to get a stop here. Redfeather going to throw it to Bruschi, and I don't understand why they keep feeding Bruschi right now. This guy is exhausted. And it's 4th down. Renegades, and San Francisco is going to have excellent field position. This game is not over. Renegades, if we're being honest, just lucky that it wasn't worse. Punting from their own end zone. San Francisco comes after it, nearly blocked it. That's a great kick, back at the 47, and San Francisco is forced to start on their own side of the field. That is one heck of a punt. .448 to go in the ball game. Renegades have a 10-point lead, but protecting it gingerly. San Francisco, with 3 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield, has a fresh set of downs. Hart back to throw. Hart down the left-hand side. Oh, man, he had a receiver. Just at the last second, Brunson broke open, and Hart's pass was a little bit overthrown. 2nd and 10. Dolman and Brunson are the 2 guys to focus on if you're the Renegade defense.
2nd and 10.
3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Hart back to pass. Hart's looking, and it's nearly intercepted, and that's just a bad decision. 3rd down 10. Lane, who forced the only turnover of this game, was in the area. Oklahoma City's next home game is Saturday, February 7th, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, against Rocco Marconi, the Italian Stallion, and the Minneapolis Maulers. A huge game here early in the season in Oklahoma City. Kickoff at 12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make the game, you can listen live here on Renegade Radio, 105.3 FM. Hart back to pass. Hart going to swing it out. Tuiasa Sopo has some space. Tuiasa Sopo cannot make a man miss in the open field. Neither quarterback over 200 yards of passing today. It's 4th and 5. And San Francisco, this could be it. Their offense is on the field. 4 wide receiver set. They need a big play call here. Oklahoma City rushes 4. Hart back to pass. Hart's got to get rid of it. Hart's in trouble. He threw it away on 3rd down, and on 4th down, and Oklahoma City takes over. And I don't think Hart knew it was 4th down. He looked after the play like he didn't realize it was 4th down. As he just kind of lived to fight another day, but instead he just gave the game away. Unless the Bulldogs can come up with another unbelievable stop to give their offense another shot. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's really bad execution from San Francisco. Great pressure by the Renegades. Redfeather's going to throw, and that pass is caught for a gain of 6, and they do rule that he stayed in bounds. Check that, gain of 4. Taylor on the reception, who's really come alive in the second half. And you notice the Renegades are throwing here up 10. Brewski's got nothing left. And Oklahoma City is going to have to see what they can do about that moving forward, as Redfeather really struggled today getting the ball downfield, although partially not his fault. 2nd down and 6 at the 49. 2 backs and 2 receivers. And the handoff is going to go to Brewski on a counter, and that looked like a bit of more fresh legs. And a butchered sentence. 3rd down and 3. San Francisco in dire need of a stop. 3 timeouts. Third down and 3. 2 backs, 2 receivers. They're bleeding the clock. Hand out to Brewski, and one more time, Brewski! Oh, man! Past the 10! That's a touchdown! Oklahoma City! Take a bow, young fella! One more round for everybody! Touchdown, Renegades! This ball game is over! Renegades are 1-0. On a 3rd down and 3. This whole time, the last few minutes, I kept saying he had nothing left. And he proved everybody wrong again. The fantasy football points, if you picked Pete Brewski this week, off the charts, I'm sure, at this point. If you forgot to play fantasy football in week 1 on the SFL website at simulationfl.com, you can begin playing in week 2, and who knows, maybe you pick Brewski and you catch back up to the leader. It's a 4-week pay period, $20 starting price. It's free to play, $20 starting winnings, and donations can raise the price along with commissioner donations as well, with every donation by a fan. Fantasy football and play to win, or pick 'em challenges, play to win challenges at simulationfl.com. Brunson's going to make this catch, gain 8, and is pushed out of bounds. Brunson now 5 catches, 7 targets. And I think, as I mentioned, this might be a record for this series for most points scored by a team, 27. When these two guys get together, they don't give up many points. But Oklahoma City made a statement today, offensively, just with Pete Brewski, just that Pete Brewski is still outstanding. Didn't show much of their passing game today. Didn't really have to. 2nd down and 2. Hart swings it outside. Tuiasosopo has blockers. He picks up 1, 2. And no huddle now for the Renegade 48. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Hart back to pass against the blitz. Hart goes deep. It is tipped, and it falls to the feet of Asante Dolman. 2nd down. Tank Savage there to knock it away. Second down and 10. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up with your post-game highlights and stat recaps. We'll also have a short stat recap as well before we head off the air. Don't forget that tomorrow, Minneapolis and Cleveland will play. 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern as that pass is caught at the 28-yard line, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. The home of Renegades. This is 105.3 FM. Lock it in and shoot the knob off. Oklahoma City. First down and 10 at the 28 for San Francisco. A little too late. Pass up the middle is caught. A 5-yard gain? That is generous. No way. To the 23-yard line. Hart back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Goes down the right-hand side. Wide open. That's a touchdown. Lloyd all by himself. And where was that the last couple of series for San Francisco? We could be talking about a different ball game right now. San Francisco scores. First touchdown pass of the season for Jasper Hart. As you saw the pocket, I mean, a gigantic hole. I don't know what Oklahoma City's defense was doing on that play. Nobody covered Lloyd, and it's an 11-point game. I would expect an onside kick out of the Bulldogs. San Francisco still has all 3 timeouts. Their extra point is good, and it's a 10-point game. First onside kick attempt of the Winter 15 season. Also Monday night, check out the SFL game of the week between the New York Knights and the Baltimore Crabs. A big rivalry up in the Northeast. As San Francisco onside kicks, and that is recovered by San Francisco! Lloyd, who scored the touchdown, slid in and made the play! Where is Oklahoma City going? 2 guys ran away from the ball almost like they thought that number 21 recovered the onside kick, and it's 1st and 10 of the 43 for San Francisco. Are you kidding me? 4 receivers, the first onside kick recovery this year, 1 for 1. Hart back to pass, going deep, and it is picked off! Picked off at the 40, and returned to the 48 by Billy Joe. Now 17 interceptions in his career. The all-time leader in SFL history puts a lid on it. Underthrown. Receiver was open. And OKC survives a mini scare. Still all 3 timeouts for San Francisco. 2 backs, 2 receivers, 1 first down. Ends it for the Renegades. Dan and Peter waiting back in the SFL studios in San Antonio. Red Feather going to take the handoff. Brewski's got a huge lane and picks up 6. 2nd and 4. How many carries is this guy going to get when it's all said and done? He may be approaching 300 yards of offense, that is. I know 40 carries at least. It's got to be. 2nd and 4 from the 42. Again, 1 first down will finally secure Oklahoma City's victory. And Pete Bruschi's got it with a nice spin move. First down, Renegades, and 1 timeout, San Francisco. Watch this, like he's been doing it all day. Oh, Arrington, another tackle. Broadway looked silly. A better showing out of the Bulldogs offense today. Not tremendous, but they made some strides. Oklahoma City, quite frankly, without Pete Bruschi, might have lost this game today. But he was absolutely dominant as San Francisco burns their last time out. And OKC will begin running some clock out of the victory formation on the next